All right, here we are. We got the Jackson clutch. And also, speaking of clutch, look at this guy. Look at this guy. We got Johnny Ortiz here. Actually, Steez lover.
Steez lover.
That dude has spent more time in a Steez than Annual. Well, maybe not. Looking over this thing, definitely a lot of volume, flat volume up in here. Kind of has more like that Gnarvana look from here to here. And at first online, I thought that kind of looked like an Antics, but that looks nothing like an Antics. I mean, that is something totally different.
Yeah, and coming in wider than the Steez, below the kick rocker, and then there's definitely a lot of width here in the stern. I think it's going to provide some stability. And from the descriptions, they say that it's peaked here to help get it out of the water, but I can't tell that.
I mean, it's bubbled up a little bit. I feel the bubble right there. We'll call that the clutch bump right there. It feels like it's stuck up. Maybe they need to put a bigger wall in this one. Very small wall holders. Jackson grab handles. I like the name clutch. That's kind of cool. Interesting drain plug. They've got a little gasket on it. Little gasket that you're probably gonna break off eventually anyway. Overall, I like the looks of the boat. Jackson outfitting, nothing new in that. They do include the bee's knees in it, which I think they're doing it on all models now. Easily adjusted seat, easily adjusted back band. Bulkhead's still the same. Everything looks exactly the same. And looking over the side profile, it's definitely got a thin side profile. Look how thin that is up there, where the Steez is real wide up there, ain't it? Which probably gives us a little more like stability. Doesn't get pushed around as much. Look at that taper. That is a big taper. So it's all of its width is here, not here. And that's not the tiniest of tails. The Steez tails is smaller. That looks more river runish tail, don't it?
And there's some volume back there.
There is some volume back there. Yeah. Very flat. This isn't like a review. This is more like a first look, first impressions. I ain't got enough time in it today to give a proper review. Wow, they stopped the rails right there. That's just smooth. No rails up here.
I think the initial look, unlike the Waka, you got continuous progressive bow rocker here versus rocker flat rocker.
Yeah.
You see that? How
it is
more progressive.
It's like this. It slowly goes up. Like even the flow is more kind of a tapered. This kind of looks like a flow, like that. What do you think of this edge? Is that more like
sharper than most Jackson boats?
Yeah. That is a sharp.
Be a little bit more intimate.
More intimate. I love it when it's more intimate. They run them all the way down. Those edges run all the way out. Once again, wide and flat there. Not so much planing right there. It is a little bit rounded right there. But maybe it's just this boat. I think it's planing all the way through. Looks good. I like the overall looks of this thing. Definitely something Jackson needed in their lineup. Yeah, so let's get on it. I got to impress Johnny. He's here, so no holding back. Yeah, now when you're sitting in it, it does not. It looks bigger when you're not in it. Now that I'm in it, it actually has a smaller profile here and here. It doesn't seem as big. It's comfortable. The bee's knees, I like it. Like I said, everybody, this is not like a true review. This is more of a quick look, first impressions. I'm not going to do it justice by doing half mile of river. So you guys can light me up in the comments already. Need to get on something harder. Well, I get it on what I can get it on, what they give me the demo for. Woo. Oh, that rod's high. I'm 185. I would say that I'm right in the money spot to make this a more playful boat. Quick. Oh, it's fast moving. Okay, I feel the edge in there. Very stable. I think it's one of these that needs current to get it vertical. Okay, there it was. Let's try to throw it a little harder. Each time I paddle these boats, I have to adjust a lot. Yeah, you almost kind of want to adjust. You don't want to throw so much.
Slow the volume.
Yeah, don't try to vert it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, see that? I like it. It's, you do a forward crunch. You do a forward crunch on this one. You don't have to throw at all. I can't think of anything it's reminding me of right away. The bow is easy to move around. Like I can move that bow around easily. I'm almost wondering if I move the seat back. I don't have enough time today. This is their show demo, so I don't want to be out here in it all day. But if I move the seat back and bring the bulkhead back, I think it'd be sportier. Right now, I'm doing it straight in the factory position, and I kind of want to experience it just like out of the factory. And it's paddling extremely well, everybody. Look at this. I like that feeling right there. This thing caters to low angles, spins around. Whew. Very stable. The rails are about this high out of the water. They're not like in the water. So downriver, this is a true river runner half slice, you can tell. I've paddled a lot of them. This is what it does well. It kind of loads it and then spins around with the tail underwater. See how fast that is? And then he's saying, go over here. This thing's responsive. It's not super fast though. It doesn't feel like it's super fast. Pretty stable in this oily water here. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that's smooth. This thing needs more volume around it. I can feel it. Like volume, I mean, is water. I hit bottom on that one. Everybody, first initial thoughts and impressions on it. Bow floats really high from here to here, very high floating. It's the tail's not underwater because it's rockered so much, so it's not, don't think that you're getting like a full-on half slice. This is a true half slice creeker in my opinion. I feel like I could take this down about anything. I'd take a creekboat down the way it feels because of the fact how it goes, that rocker goes back and it's wide back there, and I always love me some wide boats in the tail back there to keep that skip out. Now obviously the Nantahala is not going to be a place to be known for skip outs. It's responsive. To me, it's like a higher performance Gnar. It's almost like if you took the Gnar with a flow tail and flattened it, but then a Gnar from here up with a flattened flow tail. That's how my thoughts are, which is not a bad thing, especially anything close to the flow. Wasn't that big of a fan of the Gnar, but I think the flow is one of the better creekers out there. Reactor and flow are two of my favorite creek boats as far as out there today. This would be an option for someone that doesn't want a full-on creeker, I can tell. Ooh, look at that burn. I'm feeling the heat off of him. Look at that burn. He's obtaining up. I'm gonna paddle on down. They're getting out right here. I'm gonna paddle down to the hole. See how quickly? I like the quickness of the turn. It's different. We're gonna try to hit this little booth right here. Definitely high in the back. Pretty good in a hole. So there it is. I like the feel of it. Look at it floating in the water here. You can see how high that tail floats out. So don't think that it's a full-on half slice. Now, if I had this boat, I think what I would do is go back 2 spots, bring all the bulkhead down, obviously outfit it a little better. I need another hip pad in there, some foam feet pad, and I would rock this thing. One of the better river runner creekers, actually, from my first impressions of it. Look at that rocker in the bow. The thing looks good in the water. Look how easily, look at that. So your actual hull contact's like right here, so it's very zippy going around. Everybody, I will have more of a full-on kind of review coming if I get more time in one of these. Hopefully I can line up a demo and get more time in it, but overall, liking where it's going. I liked it today on that little bit that I paddled there. So that's all I got today on the Jackson Clutch. See y'all out there on the river.